I can't. And just like that, we're live. You guys missed it. Chad gone wild in the backgrounds over here. Backstage, Chad was just bearing it all for his fan account.
That's right.
This is gaming with a side of salt. And the salt mines are always full. The cat is here because Callie demanded to be in. And with me tonight is the one, the only, D-Pad Chad.
Yo.
Meg is not with us tonight. She has the plague. So, yeah, she's sitting this one out in the chat. What you doing, Chad? Jolly Ranchers. Yeah, and he's over here sucking on Jolly Ranchers for some reason. But yeah. So
you ain't here, so I got to suck on something.
What the fuck? That came out horribly wrong.
Or right.
I don't want to know what Chad does when nobody's around. But let's begin the day with Trump putting all the people in crystals, because why not?
What was this meme about? Because I saw it all over the internet, and I'm like,
really? Somebody did a meme with let's see, what was it? It was a meme that started somewhere on Reddit with I want to say the Elder Scrolls and the Soul Crystals of Trump putting people in the crystals.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then it just took off and became a meme. So Trump is putting everybody in crystals.
Gotcha. Oh, Meg's in the chat. Maybe you can go over that since she's here in spirit.
She's here in spirit, but I wanted to hear her real feedback.
Yeah.
She can't do that in spirit. But yeah. So let's go over the news because we got lots to go through. But apparently, I guess Kamala HQ shut down the Discord for some reason.
Can't imagine why they do that immediately after the election.
Still getting in. See, the crystals. There's still crystals. The crystals are everywhere.
They really are. Oh, what the hell? Somebody really enjoyed the results.
Oh, but yeah. So, on to that. We'll skip that for now. We'll do it next week.
Yeah.
When Meg doesn't have the plague and is going to kill us.
Yeah.
Just by being here.
I don't need digital COVID.
But yeah, so Chad, you link this one. You start it.
It would really help us if I actually enlarge the
if you actually looked at it.
Well, enlarge the StreamYard thing so I can read it. Oh, this was hilarious. Made me laugh because I've always let me prefix this. I've said for years these mobile games and shit are just a lot of them are just fucking schemes to launder money. I may have been right. Several employees at NetEase Games, the developer behind Marvel Rivals and Destiny Rising, both are mobiles, I believe, have been arrested for alleged money laundering. A list also implicates 2 executives at the company. Essentially,
if you put a link, it's not going to show up. You'll have to throw it in Discord.
Yep.
But anyway, so money laundering and NetEase.
Yeah, so essentially these guys got busted for money laundering, and then once they did a little bit more digging, the feds found that 2 executives were involved. So the whole company NetEase is in deep shit.
Huh.
And again, like I said, like when I first started seeing mobile games, like those gacha games,
yeah,
a large portion of them I personally feel are just money laundering schemes.
Money laundering schemes.
Yeah, not all of them. Like, there's some that legit, I'm like, okay, that's a game. But like a lot of them, I'm like, bet you if you dug, there'd be some shenanigans.
Trapping liberals in crystals. Is this a whole article on it? Where did the joke? Trapping people in crystals come from. Deleted post. Okay. Spread. Say the first 10,000 years in the crystals are the longest. Anyway. But yeah, back to Netties.
And I think this just reiterates it.
So yeah, a number of employees at Marvel Rivals and Destiny Rising developer NetEase has been arrested, according to a news report.
A new report.
According to the Lefling, English. There we go.
I guess it's going to take a minute.
Give it a second. It's got to translate. Let's see.
I love how the universal translator from Star Trek is very quickly becoming a thing.
It makes things so much easier.
Well, no, they have software now where you can speak into your phone and it'll on the fly translate it.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, that's some Star Trek shit.
Yeah, with context from via Bloomberg Law, 9 employees, including 2 senior executives, were arrested for alleged money laundering. Per the report, the value appeared to be worth 2 billion won. That's not yen.
Yeah, and
That's won. That's their currency, right? Won.
Yep.
Which is just about 278.6 million. God dang. Should have been money laundering from NetEase. And actual money is a bit lower than 800 million to 1 billion won. 2 executives implementing the case.
You know what's funny though? They're going to get away with this. You want to know why? They're going to get charged, and then they're going to be told they got to pay like.
No, this is China. They may die.
No,
this is not American politics. These are Chinese people.
Okay,
in
no,
China.
you're right. You are correct, sir.
They may die.
Or
dishonor on you, dishonor on your family, dishonor on your cow,
dishonor on your corpse.
But
no,
yeah,
actually, depends on who they defrauded. Because if it was like
confirmed
foreigners, they probably won't give a damn.
Have been blacklisted due to links to frauds. Okay, but yeah, I would say they probably pissed off somebody, and they're probably going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not much to it there.
This man is dead.
All right, so let's get into the next one. What is this? This is about BioWare and Dragon Age, right?
Oh, yeah. So I was being a little facetious with this because apparently has now crossed over the 1 million sell mark, right?
Yeah.
But if you go to their Steam thing, it will not reflect that. So now you could say, oh, well, majority of that, because it is a console game, would be console. However, a lot of people are looking at that going, I don't know. And what's essentially happening here is because console sales aren't tracked like that, good majority of people are saying they're fudging the numbers.
Well, see, that's the thing. They probably are because apparently, from insiders, they have shipped 1 million units.
Yeah.
If they haven't sold 1 million copies, they've shipped 1 million units. Or around that, a number, right?
Yeah.
But they're going to say they've, gotten rid of 1 million units, even though all these stores are holding like a ton of copies and they can't sell them.
Yeah.
So on the numbers, it looks like they've done over 1 million. Unfortunately, they have not. I mean, heck, we already know they haven't because they haven't praised the amount that was sold on all platforms, digital and physical. They're not running around parading that number, saying, "Oh yeah, eat that, chuds. We did this."
Yeah, and the fact
They
they're doing
moved
the
the
opposite.
entire team practically over to Mass Effect, and they're kind of done with the project.
Yeah, I think they're trying to bury this and hope that nobody notices.
Well,
But
they've done fucked it up because I've been exploring
yeah,
the lore of Dragon Age since it was one of those RPGs that I missed because it happened to have been coming out around the time I was PC gaming primarily, not on the console, and these were more console titles at the time. I found out that the Inquisitor that you've essentially been playing up to this point makes an appearance in Valgard later on in the story.
yeah, I
And
heard
they
about that.
show up pretty much to tell you, oh, by the way, the other, the whole southern side of Thamor, whatever it's called, it's gone. The blight has destroyed everything. And Velgard takes place, where it takes place, but the rest of the game series took place in the southern side of that entire country. So they essentially wiped it from existence, which is why none of your choices mattered up to that point. So anyone who was wondering what happened to different places down there and different people, while they were, chasing what's his name, don't have to wonder anymore. They were all eradicated.
So Zio,
Everything you did was for nothing.
okay, so that right there, you just said between right,
Yeah,
is the exact reason I cannot stand Star Ocean 3.
yeah, I get it. I understand. Now that I actually understand Star Ocean and deep
Yeah,
dive back into it and stuff, I completely get it.
yeah,
It
like
was the first game in the series that I finished, and
yeah.
I enjoyed it.
And
But
the
now
thing
that
is, it
I've
was
gone back and done the other ones because they released them on the Switch, so I played
yeah.
them. I completely understand.
And here's the thing, 3 was not a bad game. Star Ocean 3 was not bad. I loved it all the way up to the end. So I can't say it's a bad game. But what I can say is the story was so bad
Yeah.
that I literally am like, nope, the game ended at 2. This franchise ended at 2. Now here's the funny thing. Plum is a character they added in Star Ocean, the remake they did, right?
Mm-hmm.
She was not there before. The funny thing is, she was supposed to be in there, but she was cut due to time restraints or something. I don't know why, but I'm assuming time restraints or something. Because why would you add her anyway? If she was in there in the original version, the third one would have not been such a jarring thing because you run into her. She's like, "Oh, the game's running fine. Okay, okay. What's with these anomalies?" She talks like a game developer.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, "Oh my
So she would
goodness."
be the missing link between 2 and
Yeah.
3. See, that's some of the things that need
Like,
you don't cut. It's
yeah,
like
it
things that tie
was
your properties together.
it was extremely important for her dialogue to be in the game. Now here's the problem. It is the only character that hints at that.
Mm-hmm.
So say you because she's an optional
Well, it was probably supposed to be a thing that would make you scratch your head for years until they finally released a game.
yeah, well here's the thing. She's an optional character.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't get her, you're still going to be pissed about 3.
Well, chances are you've probably replayed it because if it like Chrono Cross, people replayed the shit out of that game because there were so many optional characters.
Oh, dude, Christy played that so much. She got every single character in
You
that
had
game.
to do the little trick in order to get them all in one save file.
Well, what was the trick? Because there was
I
some.
don't remember. It had
Well,
to do with saving and doing certain things at a certain spot and tricking the game, and then it would roll everything over into one save file.
uh, see
And it
here.
was if I remember it being somewhat convoluted.
Yeah, there was something
So
to
I
do with the
just got
swamp.
lazy and didn't do it.
Yeah, same with Christy. Christy was trying so hard to get all the characters. She got them all between
But
saves, but
the game was designed for
playthroughs.
you to not have them all, but you could if you played your cards right and got the certain things and stuff like that.
Well, the big rumor, and this was disproven later on, but big rumor was if you went to the swamp and talked to this NPC and said something in Latin, you would get all your characters from the previous playthrough.
Well, I
And if
don't think it had anything to do with saying with Latin, but I think it did involve talking to somebody in a certain spot.
yeah, and the thing is, there was a rumor there was a secret ending if you had every single character, but no, there isn't.
Well, I mean, I hated Chrono Cross due to the fact that it practically had no real links to Chrono Trigger, and it tricked me into buying it.
Yeah,
because it had some links to it. You know, the fact that you could get Glenn and then you can use X Strike just with Glenn, and he's like the only real one you could do any double or triple text with for the most part.
And you can get Magus.
And I oh wait, yeah, that's right. There was that one character with the same name, wasn't it?
Well, it wasn't the same name, but he had the exact same. He was Shadow Elemental, like he had the same elemental as Magus or whatever.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, I never really thought the Glenn from that game was the Glenn from Trigger anyway, so it was just a wink and a nod kind of thing.
I think that's the same for this guy too. Like,
and then at the very end, you get that little bit of Chrono Trigger in there, and I'm like, why? It felt like it was so forced right there at the very end.
Well, it's mind blowing because I thought this was a throwaway game, right? Chrono Trigger or Cross?
Chrono Cross, yeah.
I found out years and years later that was the game they wanted to make, but they made Chrono Trigger, and I'm like,
well, Chrono Trigger was a better game, so I'm glad they did it.
You want a good game?
There was like Dream Drop or something like that was their original vision or something, and then Chrono Cross came out of that too.
Yeah.
And I never really cared for the whole 2-dimension things. I would have rather have had them revisit the time traveling mechanic, but
yeah, well, it would have been great.
Is what it is.
It would have been great if they went either beyond the Day of Lavos and they could have continued that.
It would have been nice if they went out of the acapella they were in too, because I want to know what's the world feels so small in that game.
It does
compared to any other RPG before it.
Is
yeah.
At least it had a world map. Final Fantasy X.
Yes, it did. At least it had a world map, but it felt so small compared to its predecessor and any other RPG up to that point. And there's talk about a world beyond the area. You never go to it, never see it, never can get out.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you played the handheld Chrono Trigger, it connected to Chrono Cross so much more. But, and by the way, I do think that is Magus in the Chrono Cross, because Magus is the one that seals what's her name in the crystal, or what's her name gets sealed in the crystal and tries to wipe Magus's mind. And that's how you end up with the guy in Chrono Cross. It's a amnesia stricken Magus. And they even play into that in Chrono Cross. But yeah, it really is one of those, like, could have been an amazing sequel. People were like ready for it. I want to you know what game they
Okay, so Megas was actually a late addition to Chrono Cross, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, AI makes getting this information so much easier now. In Chrono Cross, Megas was initially planned to appear as Guile, and a magic magician but was ultimately removed from the game due to concerns about game balance and complexity. However, the concept of Magus and Guile was created, and his story was refined for radical dreamers. So it's not the same.
Well,
They
you know what?
decided he was too powerful.
My head canon is better than theirs, than their actual canon. So,
But I mean, Gal, I think, is an actual character who was in there, wasn't he?
yeah, they're
They
saying that.
just changed him.
Yeah, because if you look at how he runs, and you'll see that is fucking Megas. And I think his weapon is a scythe. Come the fuck on.
Oh wait, is Gal the main character?
Wait, what?
What? Gal is the main character of the
Surge.
JRPG of Chrono Cross for the 1999 PlayStation game. That makes
Maybe
no
that's
sense.
that,
Was
maybe
his
that's
actual name Gal?
no. His name was Surge. Well, in the North
Initially,
American.
okay. Initially, Gal was intended to be Magus in disguise, accompanying Surge to
Yeah.
learn the true fate of his sister, Scalia.
Yeah, that's what it
The
seemed to
plan
be.
was dropped due to development concerns, but but remnants of the idea remains. Okay, so yeah, the game was supposed to be more directly connected to Chrono Trigger. They dropped it, but because some of those references are still in there, they feel ham-fisted and last second.
This is so stupid. That's such a better concept than what they
Yeah,
went
I know.
with.
In the Chrono Cross demo, Gal is referred to as Gil. Magus' name in Radical Dreamers, a relic of his original plan. Some fans speculate that Gal may be Magus due to similarities in their storyline and character traits. Yeah, so he was changed to Gal. Okay. But yeah, that would have been a much better story.
You know what I'd love to see? There's a game called Secret of Evermore. It was actually before Secret of Mana, I'm pretty sure.
Secret of Evermore.
I would love to see that brought back.
I thought they were doing something with that, weren't they?
I think it's I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
Let's see, Secret of Evermore. I have vague remembrance of this game because I totally played it. I'm pretty sure at some point.
I loved it so much. Even though it was very hammy in the dialogue.
Shape-shifting pet.
Every time you went to a new biome in the game, it was a whole nother, like your dog would transform. And by the way, the advertisement for that particular aspect was kind of dark because it literally blew up. Like in the advertisement, it literally came out of its own skin and transformed to another breed of dog.
Yeah, his shape-shifting pet dog.
Yep. And you can have a second player grab a controller and one be the dog, one be the main character. But the AI in that was so good.
Hello, Daramouthe. Welcome to the stream.
Hey, Dara. But seriously, the AI in Secret of Evermore was really good. Like the dog was really smart.
Dara with the $2 dono because nobody told me it was there. Well, hello, lads. What's happened to the lady? She is sick. Yep.
She's
got the plague. She won't be able to be here tonight. But anyway, Dragon Age has failed spectacularly.
Oh yeah.
You wanted me to bring up some kind of numbers, didn't you? What was
that? That was for Legacy. I want to compare Dragon Age to Legacy. If Legacy, because it's still an alpha, so it might not even have numbers.
What's it called?
Legacy, Steel, and Sorcery.
Oh, is that thing we got sent a thing for? Legacy.
Yep.
Steel and Sorcery.
$5 for not having a lady on for once. That's right. This is the misogyny cast now.
Misogyny cast. Is that what it is? Yeah, there's no numbers for it.
Okay. I figure since it's an alpha, that's maybe not. But
let's see. Twitch stats. There's 8 viewers right now with the 77 24-hour peak. But apparently 15,921 was viewing it at some point. But yeah, there's no actual numbers for it right now. But we can look at Velgard real quick. Why not?
Yeah, that's what I figured. We can probably.
Velguard for a total of 27,000.
I gotta admit, it's kind of hanging on. I mean, it's garbage numbers, but
Well, I mean, it's lasting a bit longer than one would expect, but it is a single player game, so
yeah, inevitably that's going to drop off, even if it was a good game. But if a game's single player, after a certain point, if it drops off, I'm like, it succeeded. It made it sales. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
if it's really well made, it does what Baldur's Gate has been doing this entire time.
Exactly. Holy shit, that is triple the amount.
Yeah. I mean, they still got about 77,000 per day. It looks like still playing the game. Jeez. See, that is the difference between making a game with choices and fun mechanics versus a game with the illusion of choice, where everything ends in the same location, regardless.
I still need my barbarian to toss you into an enemy, Zia.
Well, you have to get strong enough to do that. I'm not a halfling.
I'm just the mere thought of a tiny dwarf just picking up like the largest character and chucking it at an enemy beyond. Wow.
Well, take an elixir of hill giant strength and try doing that.
Oh, you know what?
It'd be really funny as if you chuck me and kill me at the same time from it.
And I got to run over and revive your ass.
It's like, well, you're on your own, Chad. Oh, but in other news, Twitch and their fuck ups, they just keep coming, don't they? So apparently, I guess Asmongold has decided to start exposing Twitch, which honestly, I figured he would have already been doing this long beforehand. That's a picture. But yeah, and I guess, did he say he would move to Kick or Rumble if he's banned again?
Yep. He said if he gets...
this is a clip of it right here.
What would happen if they don't ban for a month? I'm going to. Empty threat. We're going to get to that. So I went and I said that if this guy doesn't get banned for 2 weeks, I'm going to bring Dan Saltman, who is the guy who has been talking about all of the anti-Semitism. And by the way, I don't want to spoil a whole lot, but he and I have had extensive conversations about this. Maybe not extensive, but we've talked for a bit about this. All of the information that's going to come out has not come out. And in fact, some of the most damaging information has not come out yet. I'm not going to talk about any spoilers or anything like that, but that's what's going on. What would happen if they don't ban for a month? I'm going to. Empty threat.
Okay. So he's going to expose Twitch for what we already know Twitch is.
And he did say that if he does get banned, I think right there,
this is a full clip.
Somebody else does something and they're permanently...
Okay, let's see.
Like one person can do something and nothing happens. Somebody else does something and they're permanently banned.
Yeah, no, seriously. Like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see this. I mean, I think a lot of us have been talking about it. You see somebody, and it's running rampant with like the VTubers, right?
Yeah,
they show a little bit of thigh, they get the ban hammer for 28 days or permanently.
Let me tell you about
Meanwhile, they've got their IRL cam girls doing their softcore OnlyFans.
Yep. Oh, let me tell you about this. So there was this VTuber was adjusting their camera, trying to get the framing.
Yeah.
And it dropped to her boob for like 5 seconds because she's moving it around trying to get it properly. Yeah. She's not focusing on her boob. It was just like, like if I adjust my camera kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They banned her for like, I think a month or 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, and that's fucking ridiculous because if I remember correctly, wasn't it the IRL streamers who were wearing green bras and shit?
Yep.
Just so they could put video game footage or something on it, or on their or having solid green bikini bottoms or something.
They were doing that.
Having it just camera at ass.
Yep.
And I mean, come on. They don't see any bans whatsoever, and then they wind up having to, because everybody suddenly is having an issue with it, they have to smack one of them, on the wrist for a second. It's like, okay, honey, we're going to ban you for 3 days, take a vacation, come back to twice the viewership.
Yeah. And,
and that's what they do. And then it's like, oh, it's like, really?
No, here's the thing. I get that. Look, if a VTuber is provocative, I can see that as on par with the IRL streamers who are like have their tits out. But
yeah,
and by the way, I have ran into VTubers that were whining about being banned, and then I said, "What are you going to do about it? Are you going to actually do something, or are you just going to complain so that you get the victimhood?"
No, they're just going to complain.
Now, some of them, they got ears to hear. They're like, you know what? Twitch is kind of ass. So some of them are willing to hear it out and be like, you know what? Maybe I should go to Rumble or Kick. Or sadly, 99% of them though are like, I'm going to go to YouTube and get banned there because they're just as bad.
Well, they're probably going to go the way of MSNBC and get sold at some point. But anyway.
Oh, also
the moderation.
I think I posted it because this could be a. Let's see here. No, videos in the MEGG. Okay, I think I actually did put. Please tell me I posted it. Please. Apparently, Twitch is going through their own adpocalypse right now.
I've heard about something like that, but I don't know if they're actually going through it or not.
Yeah, I don't know either because I just saw it like an hour before we started.
But that's why they were talking about having a sensitive category.
Yeah,
was to prevent that. So
is extremely biased. It's obvious that it's biased, and I think that again, this will become more evident over time. And so what would you do if they auto ban you the moment you bring them on? Well, if I'm trying to hold the platform accountable for allowing people on the platform that openly commit felonies and use the platform as a vehicle to commit felonies, and I get banned for that, honestly, rip bozo, right? I mean, let's be real. Rip fucking bozo. Like, that's, I mean, I can just go somewhere else and stream over there. Move to YouTube Live. I'll probably go to Kick and Rumble if I get banned on Twitch. Realistically,
and Rumble.
These Rumble are making Twitch worse. They've already created a lot of negative publicity for Twitch, and I think it's just going to continue to get worse. So,
pause it real quick. Pause. Fun fact: Kick is going the way of Twitch. I heard that they've been banning people arbitrarily.
Well, I already told you, Kick is Twitch Lite.
Dude, I'm the one that said AWS, brother.
I mean, they're going to have to eventually be, because AWS will have to step in and tell them to calm their ass down eventually. I mean, right now, I'm surprised Kick has gone as far as it has been with its essential, I guess you can say lawlessness on a streaming platform, because AWS normally comes in and just puts the boot down on that sort of thing, but they have strangely left Kick alone.
I think
which has been beyond, defied my expectations.
Here's
but
the thing.
Eventually, for advertisers and stuff, they will have to rein in Kick at some point.
I think they're waiting for Kick to get so
especially if Twitch, kicks the bucket.
I think what they're doing is they're waiting for Kick to get so dependent on AWS that they don't have a choice. So once they get a certain bandwidth load on AWS, then they'll step in, start making demands. But if they do it all at once, then the owners of Kick can see if they can go to somebody else, because there are competitors to AWS, Rumble being one of them.
And Saltman on. Well, I'll tell you this. I said that if he got banned for less than 2 weeks, that I would do it. He got banned for 3 days. Last time I checked, 3 days is less than 2 weeks. So it sure sounds like it's fucking on. probably be doing it later on this week. That's the plan. I want to make
I'm
sure I get
that's
everything
gonna
together,
load
and
the
then we're
salt
going to do
mines
it.
up.
And we're going to put it on YouTube too. We're going to go through everything.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be some content.
I'm not extremely familiar with what is it, Asmongold, right?
Yeah.
I'm not
One person can do
intensely familiar with
something,
him, but he does sound like a well-meaning dude that I would love to see on Rumble. Because here's the thing, we need people like that to keep platforms accountable.
Asmongold is more of a left-leaning type.
I know.
And the left has firmly planted him as a conservative right-wing Nazi.
I know.
So he's a disaffected liberal at this point.
Look, I see him more. I see him more as a traditional liberal, and he's even said as much.
Also, really, really huge for the platform on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So their ban just made him bigger when they banned him for 2 weeks.
Maybe I should start doing Twitch so I get banned and cry about it. Not that he's done it, but I'm thinking of other people.
You got to first have a bit of a following to make that one happen. I think he's center.
Well, you got to get a bit of a following for the
like I said, a bit left leaning. So
that's all right. Look, it takes all time.
But yeah, I mean, he seems pretty all right. I don't know a whole lot about him. So.
Just like Meg said, he's aggressively center left. He's probably like traditional liberal, which I gel with. I jive with that.
Yeah. And he's been talking about this issues with Twitch for a long time, so I think.
Preaching to the choir.
All right, so let's move on to the next thing, shall we? What is this? KCD creative director wants to gut punch Ubisoft.
Oh, this was cool.
So what is this? Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 can compete with AC Shadows. What was Kingdom Come Deliverance again?
It's an RPG. I looked up Deliverance 2, and I'm tacitly interested. I had a good trailer. Had that almost King of Thrones ish royalty deceptive games kind of thing going on.
All right, let's take a look at this real quick. All right, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, eh?
Yeah.
Coming February 2023.
Fragile truce with Sigismund.
All right.
I have concluded a very fragile
Move your damn pointer.
Sigismund. And if anyone...
Oh, wait, that's mine. No, that's your pointer. Move it off the screen.
Strong acts of violence. There will be consequences.
I intend to wage war, not parley.
Everything all right, eh?
We need more people. The best thing would be to recruit from your old comrades.
Well, if they're not already swinging on the gallows somewhere.
Will you help us, Henry?
Really got that kind of Skyrim-y vibe without the big fantasy.
Yeah, I'm not like super impressed here. So
that's why I said I'm tacitly interested, but
this feels like a VR game.
Well, I think they're just doing it in first person, so you can see. I don't think it's first person.
Well, I mean, it could be, but it kind of feels like a VR game.
I like that boy already.
And I'm a sucker for accents, so you know.
Let's see, a thrilling story-driven action RPG with a rich open world set in the 5th century medieval Europe. Experience the ultimate medieval adventure. All right. Is this gonna
The best
give us
laid
anything?
plans of men don't always come to fruition. Man proposes, but God disposes. And then boots you right in the balls.
These two young fellas, I need to find them. One's a smart-ass smith, and the other's a blue-blooded fledgling.
You behave like a spoilt brat.
How dare you speak?
Gentlemen, praise be to our Lord Jesus Christ.
Our Father, there are many sinners in this world. But in the end, we all face your judgment for what we should have done, but lacked the courage to do.
The last time I ran away, I lost everything. I'm never gonna run from that fucker again.
Kiss our asses!
God, is this retribution for my sins?
Okay. This is selling it a bit for me.
To the charge!
Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think I saw this one. I am more than tacitly interested now.
Come on! To the charge!
To the fucking task.
Okay, that one does a little bit more for me there.
Yeah,
Looks like a movie I'd watch. Yeah, it kind of does.
yeah.
Let's see, $60. Of course. Pre-order bonuses. Fucking course.
I'm not gonna pre-order it, but I will see once it comes out.
Yeah, well, it's got tiers because why not? And an expansion pass. Okay, now I'm not so much invested in it, but if it goes on sale, it might be something I pick up at some point.
Yeah, I think that's where I'm at too.
But let's see, what is this? Wants to gut punch Ubisoft, thinks it will compete with AC Shadows. I don't know.
It's 50-50 to me. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I just thought it was the brass balls on this dude. You know,
Let's see. I assume there's a first one, so let's see how well it did. How's that?
I hear a lot of people liked it, but I think it was one of those sleeper hits. You know what I'm saying? Like,
let's go ahead and give that a look up. Oh,
it does, Meg.
it did decent.
Yeah.
So,
And it's still holding a group.
I mean, it's holding about 5,000 players, but it is a single player game.
Yeah,
Again,
and also
single player games for the most part, you only get a Baldur's Gate once in a generation. I feel at this point. So,
well, also keep in mind this game's old.
Up to it. Yeah, how old is it then?
I think it's at least a couple of years. I'm pretty sure.
Let's see. Ow, cat, stop, don't. Okay. Yeah. I'm having trouble trying to figure out when it came out. Okay, it came out
exactly, Meg.
PC, PlayStation 4, Xbox One on February 13th, 2018. So yeah, it's several several years old, and apparently it launched on the Switch March 15th of 2024. So the game received generally positive reviews for its PC version with mixed for its console. Critics praised the game's story, attention to detail, focus on realism, while criticizing technical bugs. And now that the political landscape of DEI has changed things, I'm sure those same critics are going to say it's a piece of shit.
Yep. Which means it's going to be awesome. And Meg looked it up for us. It is in first person.
Oh, that's fine. It was giving me Blades and Sorcery vibes in its first person mode for some reason, just because of how it flowed, which makes me think VR, and Blades of Sorcery is a VR game. So yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that, you ass.
no, there's not. I absolutely love that game for what little I've played it. So,
dude,
but yeah, it's the exact opposite of Velgard. So the critics are going to absolutely hate it,
and the players are going to love it.
The first one did that, I'm sure the second one is going to do this or more.
Yeah.
Which means it's going to crush Velgard on the Steam side of things. So
that dialogue was golden. I was laughing. That was good. That was good.
But yeah, I mean that wasn't bad at all. It made me chuckle.
Like, how dare bonk?
Yeah, that's the difference when you have good writers versus people who think writing isn't a skill and anyone can do it.
No.
Yeah, let's see. Live action videos live now. There's a live action video?
I don't know.
Of course, that's not a link to it. Damn it. Really? Can we not link the damn thing, people? Do we have to always do pictures? Can we not link to it and then picture?
How about you just go to Warhorse Studio?
Because then I have to go to Warhorse Studio. Warhorse Studios on X. All right. Let's see if we can find it real quick.
I'm sure it's going to be pretty close to the top. In fact, it's right there.
Get fucked. Picture. God damn it.
There's a link right there, but
yeah, at least it's got a link.
Peggy 18.
All I want to do is see the damn watch a second of it and see what it looks like.
Ah, Gutenberg.
This is not live action.
But not everything in the city was thriving. Certain parts of Gutenberg were plagued by the demon alcohol. Misery.
Should be just around this corner.
Live action series.
Okay, so I think the church should be just around this corner.
I think a pub should be behind every corner here. Ha! Found another church for you. And the map says it's called the Church of St. Pint. We're open from 8.
I think those are the voice actors.
You are unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hey.
I said a small one.
There's no small ones left. They're all gone. Cheers.
Cheers.
I like this guy.
All right, mate, take it easy. We're here to visit monuments, not the morgue.
We've been wandering around this city for 28 minutes. We deserve a treat. And don't tell me you've come here to visit monuments.
Yes, we have. Why else would we have come here?
All right. Anyway, if you want to watch it, I will
There
link
it
it
is.
in the chat. Whether it will go out to everybody, I don't know. But hey, we'll put it somewhere down there so everybody can go watch this thing on your own. It's 11 minutes long. Actually, it may not be too bad. Hey, Distracted.
I agree, Distracted. We should be making gobs of money as voice actors.
Not as voice actors. I can't voice act my way out of a paper bag.
They don't got to know that. I mean, hell.
I just use my real
Okay,
voice.
let's put it this way.
Okay, here we go. A voice actor who uses their standard voice for every role.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
that's a couple actors actually.
Yeah, I guess it is.
But let's be real. We would do better than who they got for Veilguard. That's for damn sure.
Well, the voice acting wasn't bad. It was the writers that are bad.
I don't know, dude. I heard some of the voice lines.
it's the writing.
I know the
Picture
writing's
us having
bad.
sex. Picture it now. I'm gonna kiss you. I'm gonna kiss you. It's like, really, guys? Really? Is this how you think this is supposed to go? I know y'all are all big on consent and everything, but come the fuck on. This is not how it happens organically ever anywhere.
Okay, but the delivery of those lines were pretty shit too. I'm not gonna lie. And I don't wholly blame the voice actors because that is some garbage writing.
That's garbage writing.
So maybe they just were like, I gotta, fuck, I'll just get it over with.
But anyway, don't forget to do the whole follow, like, subscribe, all that good jazz everywhere. So, because I might as well throw that in somewhere.
Distracted, maybe that's what they were going for.
I did a voice acting gig and my voice sucks. Stoner. That's what we were doing. But anyway, so let's move on because Square has lost money. Why did Square lose money again? I can't remember what all they've done that would make them lose money.
Here's the
outside of keeping things off of PC for as long as possible.
Well, there's that. But so I think
bad voice directing can kill it too. Yeah.
So I don't agree with Grums on this one. He's like Square Enix, Capcom, and others all started DEI initiatives. Okay, Square Enix did. I agree with that.
Yeah, they did.
I don't think that's the reason.
Mess with Final Fantasy 14 as a result.
But I don't think.
But Final Fantasy 16 was good. 7 was good. I mean, I can sit here and criticize how they've taken the story, and I hate how they've done that.
Yeah.
But the problem with Square is they kept it off the PC for as long as possible. I think that was their biggest faux pas there, is the fact that they're like, all right, it's launching PlayStation only, and then in a year it will come to Steam and stuff. When they should have done a multi-launch.
Yeah, they should have done multi-launch. But I think what Grums is hinting at here is that the Final Fantasy VII remake games suffered because of DEI. I take the opposite stance. I take the opposite stance on this. I think it was successful despite the DEI. It was riding on its branding, but I think by the time the second part of the remake came out, people realized this isn't really jiving. Like, this wasn't what they were wanting. So I think
because we wanted a remake, and we're all for added things into a remake. Yeah. But they took the story and went that way with it.
Yeah.
And now it's just this big old mess of whatever it is. And it's like, I mean, that's my biggest issue with it. I can live with the fact that they reduced Tifa's breast size. That's not the biggest thing in the world. It's not going to
not anymore.
They're definitely not the biggest thing anymore. But the fact that they took they even took like key components out. Like I think
Tifa is the reason I hit puberty. Okay.
Like Vincent, I think was removed from the game as well, which is a key player and stuff.
Yeah.
So and it was just like, why? Or I guess they're holding him for the last installment or something.
You're welcome, Meg.
Where he was supposed to pop in. If we don't like it, it's because we're just plebs and not smart enough. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I think that this is a good thing because Square's not going to go under from this, but it's a lesson learned. And I think that they're going to course correct, but I don't think they're going to course correct for 7 though. I think I hate to say it, the 7 remake really feels like it's a lost cause.
Oh, the 7 remake's just a completely new game. It is 7
really
only. It's reusing the same characters in a completely different world with a completely different story going on. And it is its own thing at this point.
I legit thought they were going to swap Cloud partway through with Zack and have it that Zack is alive and was just going through a psychosis because Cloud died. I legit.
Rough Nut. Yeah, Rough Nut's a streamer too. Rough Nut's the editor.
Yeah. My editor and cat, and now social media manager. You saw the picture, Zio. It's I got a perfect picture.
Meanwhile, I got Callie sitting here.
Yeah. Rough Nut's hiding because she knows that after I'm done, it's medicine time. She's got too freaking smart. I'll get the medicine prep. She'll jump onto the refrigerator
and hide.
Yeah, she'll be like, "Oh, I'm sleeping."
To climb up there.
No, I'm just like, no, I can wait for you. I can wait, cat. I am a patient bastard.
But a combination of some of the localizers. I think Final Fantasy 16 did all right, and they even had a gay guy as one of their main things, and it wasn't that big of a deal because it was done properly.
Good.
Final Fantasy 14 was a flop, or not really a flop, but it had real mixed receptions because the voice acting suffered tremendously. Like they got new people in there, and it felt like playing a Realm Reborn again, which is probably the lowest part of the series. And considering, they've had multiple expansions at this point, to fall back to the standard of the lowest point the series has ever been isn't a good sign.
Yeah.
So there was that issue there. I think there's the whole Tifa debacle. The fact that they changed the story to FF7 because the director wanted to make his own thing and came out and said he was doing his own thing, which, that guy, he can fuck off, because that is not what I wanted, and so many others. But that's what they're going to do.
Okay, I got to write that down. See, here's the thing. There's been like 4 or 5 clips that I wanted to make into like sound bites.
Yes.
And I keep forgetting to write them down.
Okay.
So then I get home or something, or we get done here, and I'm like, "What was that?" Oh well, it probably wasn't that important.
Yeah, I mean, if I there's been clips I want to do too, but then I forget where they are, and I'm not going to go through a 2-hour thing looking for it again because I don't have the time.
Oh yeah, dude, I actually have the time now. And then the clip I wanted from my playthrough of 7 Minutes in Hell, I couldn't find it, or by the time I found it, the replay of the stream was jittery, so I couldn't clip. That was so bad. But in regards to Square Enix and how they're treating us, how that director was treating it, like I want to make my own art, kind of BS.
Yeah, he should have made his own Final Fantasy game. To be totally honest, I'm never going to get over the fact that they redid 7 in a modern setting, or in the modern times, modern generation of consoles and PCs, and then took it sideways. I'll never get over it.
Private chat. This is what Square Enix needs to tell that director.
Well, that might be your problem. It's not what you like. It's the consumer.
Which I am now going to bookmark that. Because I am going to turn that into a soundbite later. But yeah, it's Herman Monster sound clip. Herman Monster. I have to look that up. Distracted. I'm not sure.
But yeah. Anyway, I don't know. I think it was definitely a combination of various things.
It was
that has caused it. It wasn't like just one. They made Tifa's tits smaller is the culprit. It's just a combination of various
crime
things
against humanity. That was.
Yeah, and I do think a lot of it does have to do with their aversion to, or I guess Sony's aversion to multi-launching, which they are starting to get over.
Yeah, so Sony needs to get their head out their ass if they're going to compete.
Because, I mean, a lot of people who would have purchased Final Fantasy VII, the remake, like myself, didn't, because it didn't come out on PC.
Yep.
Now, I played what they released, by the way, as a demo. on my PlayStation. I did play it, but I didn't buy it on PlayStation because I wanted to stream it. So I was going to buy it on PC. That was my plan. And I played the demo, and then I realized there was, it was great. I enjoyed it. It was fun. And there's a little bit of hints there that's like, this isn't what? Because they don't actually refer to, the group as a terrorist group like they used to. So it's got some of that current dayism, we can't do this, PC bullshit right there at the start. And it felt a little off, but you didn't play enough of it to really get a grasp on what they were doing with that. Right?
Yep.
Because, Avalanche is an eco-terrorist group, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's like PETA.
To change that is no, just call them what it is. I don't care what the political climate is around the world. Just leave it as is. But anyway, but they didn't launch it on PC. And then I got to see that it went sideways real quick and in a hurry. And then I was like, you know what? I mean, I'll buy it eventually. I will eventually buy the game and play it one of these days. It will go on sale cheap enough that I will go, okay, I'll go ahead and purchase it and play it at some point. Because it's been on my wish list ever since. And then they did the retrograde version of it, so I added that one to my wish list instead. And it has gone on sale repeatedly, but I'm still not paying $30 for it. So, or whatever it's been going on sale for.
I think that Square Enix, I think that director, I think they painted themselves into a fucking corner. Didn't know how to use the turpentine.
The turpentine.
Paint remover.
Oh.
Because they started doing this with the first one. See, here's the thing. Final Fantasy VII, all RPGs, in all honesty, they plan the whole thing out ahead of time. Then they make it. They did not do that with this. They planned the first section out, and then they made that, not realizing, oh, yeah, they realized they got 2 more to make, at least, but.
No, I think I actually did a video, on my initial thoughts of the story to this, the first one. Because, the way that they just shoved Sephiroth in there and everything and stuff.
Oh, I did not like that.
I'm like, why? I mean, he's supposed to be this thing that we're kind of chasing, but kind of not chasing, but kind of chasing that we don't really get to see a whole lot of. And now we're having, delusions of the guy throughout. And I'm like, why?
He should not have been in the first one at all.
No, just what was left, just like it was in the original. All you really got was he was there. His name is dropped.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
Yeah. And
then you can, and as you're following the trail of bodies he's leaving behind, and then they fucked up the deserts portion and everything else, and yeah.
I had Yoshi P do it.
Yeah, he was too busy with 14.
I know.
Like he put all his stuff into 14, which is why it was doing so good. Oh, but anyway, so let us move on to Nintendo. Oh yeah, here we go.
This is yours, brother. So
a suit that is actually worth Nintendo doing. Holy shit, this guy! I can't believe he fucking did this.
I mean, 10 Nintendo games.
I'm not sure.
You guys are about to get some grade A dumbassery on screen.
Yeah, like we've hated on Nintendo quite often recently because of the Power World bullshit, right?
That's still
Hello Kitty Cat.
Real against them, but on that, but yeah.
Yeah, but this is one of those where I'm like, Nintendo, you should definitely take this guy for all he's worth at this point.
Yeah, I can't even.
I mean, not only does he have some brass balls, but he probably should have looked up if it was legal for him to have those brass balls.
Yeah, brass balls, no brain.
Obviously. But Nintendo has sued a gamer for streaming pirated Nintendo games such as The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom before their official release date. And when, of course, I saw this, people were trying to, be mad at Nintendo. Okay, when I first ran across this, Nintendo suing a streamer for using emulation. And then, of course, that gets me going because, that's kind of how I stream a lot of Nintendo games. I own a Switch. I own all the consoles. I own the games that I stream for the most part. But it is easier to use Yuzo or whoever, emulator, than it is for me to come in and, plug in the capture card, plug in my Switch, bring it all over here, get the sound setting, because I always have a problem with the sound on that, but it's just easier for the software to do it, right? So, we know I have an issue with Nintendo going after emulator users. But then you find out that this fool is doing streaming things before release date. Like, how dumb do you have to be to do it before release date? And he did it like 10 plus times. There's 50 some different videos that Nintendo has of him playing games before release date. And he was streaming to like 15 different services. Anyway, as reported by Polygon, Nintendo filed a lawsuit in a Colorado court against Jesse Keeg, aka Every Game Guru, accusing him of not only streaming 10 Nintendo games before they came out, but telling his viewers how to obtain them. The list includes The Legend of Zelda's Echo of Wisdom, Super Mario Party Jamboree, and Mario & Luigi Brothership. Which, these are all big flagship games being launched by Nintendo recently.
Yep.
Near the end of the year. Like, I think Brothership just came out the other day, if I remember correctly. So, to sit there and be playing them before release date, it's just like, dude, why? that is how you get yourself, bent over by Nintendo without the lube.
And it doesn't even make sense because he's not gaining a following because they keep taking his channels down. And he's like, I'm just going to make more. I'm like, yeah, and you're going to get nowhere because you're a dumbass. This is literally just malicious against Nintendo. And I hate, over everything in this, I hate that I'm defending Nintendo. Fuck this guy.
But according to the lawsuit, Jesse obtained and streamed leaked Nintendo games at least 50 times since 2022. Oh, and then the other worst part is the fact that he's telling people how to get them, right?
Yeah.
Which is a big no-no for any company. It's like, if you understand how to go out and use the World Wide Web to fly your pirate flag, more power to you.
Don't say
I'm not going to chastise you on how you handle these things. However, you also don't go out there and post it for everybody to fucking find either.
Yeah, you don't yell at the Royal Navy. Look what I got.
Yeah, it's like you're over here pulling the treasure out of their ship from, in the back into a rowboat. You don't just yell up at them, go, "Hey guys, I got your shit." That's not the thing you do. But anyway, and provided links to Yuzo and Ryujik's emulators for viewers. Nintendo's alleged these actions amounted to trafficking in illegal circumvention devices, and insisted they caused millions of dollars worth of damages to
they very
lost
well
video
could have.
game
That's
sales.
the thing.
Now, I don't know. It could have. It may not have. I don't know. They've been railing against that, and I've said, does it really? But anyway, because we've talked about it in the past on the channel. There are videos if you want to go watch those at some point where we've talked about piracy and video game preservation, things like that. But anyway, the lawsuit reads, streamer leaked games prior to their publication norm. Somebody read the really long word.
Okay, hang on. I'm coming to you.
Meg, I need you. Publication normalizes.
Okay, somebody, no, that's 2 words.
Is that 2 words?
That's 2 words, and whoever wrote
normalize?
this needs a better editor. Publication space normalizes
Okay, because it sounds like I'm trying to read them together and it's not working properly.
That's not your fault, Zio. That's IGN
But, I mean,
having
it's like
garbage
publication
editors.
normalizes. Okay. And encouraging pre-release piracy, defendant is signaling to viewers that they too should acquire a pirated copy and play the game now. I
Okay.
am not telling anybody to sell the high seas. I will never tell you to sell the high seas.
We just
unless I
won't.
do. But yeah. Anyway,
We just won't condemn you for it.
But anyway,
real
apparently,
quick,
yeah.
I sent you a link to a video of this guy's interaction with Nintendo directly.
Got it! Hey, fish face! Look what I got. I got a jar of dirt. I got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it?
Yeah, well, there he thought he was Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, he thought that, but
he thought he was Jack Sparrow. Apparently, multiple takedown notices from Nintendo failed to prevent Jesse from continuing to stream the company's games on the likes of YouTube, Twitch, Kick. His YouTube and Twitch channels are now offline as a result of copyright strikes. What's more, the lawsuit alleged Jesse sent a letter to Nintendo in late October boasting he had 1,000 burner channels to stream from and threatened to continue using them, saying he could do this all day. Listen. I hate Nintendo too sometimes, and I love Nintendo. But I'm not going to go and poke the bear like that.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, this guy has no fucking brain.
I mean, this is how you pay for the rest of your life, like 50% of your check to Nintendo forever.
This dude's about to live stream a game he financed.
Hey, listen, I did try to read that word. It didn't come out properly at all. Oh.
Hey, Zio, she said she'd pay money. There's Rumble Rants. Get to pronouncing, bitch.
Get to pronouncing. I'm trying to click on it and the thing went up. But yeah, I did try to, thank you. It didn't come out proper. You just wasn't listening.
Hey, she said she'd pay money. Say it again, monkey.
Say it again. Well, there's no money to say it again with yet.
She said she'd pay money for you to. Yeah, I guess there's no.
I mean, if money rolls in, I can go back up and attempt to read the game.
Meg said no. You called for help.
I didn't. I said. Okay, damn it. I'm going to say it again. Publication normalizes. Or I kind of tried to. Publication normalizes.
You gotta say it as one word.
How it all fit together.
You gotta say it as one word. Dance, monkey, dance.
Yeah. And then I did this. It was like, Chad, is this right? And he's like, no, those are two words smashed together. I was like, okay. But anyway, in addition to the seizure and destruction of emulators and devices, oh shit! They seized his shit and destroyed it. Are you fucking kidding me, Nintendo? Ow! Nintendo wants $15,000 in damages for each alleged violation. That's 50 violations at least, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
wait, no. Times that, multiply that because it's on different platforms. It very well could be per platform.
Well, see, up here, see, game at least 50 times. Let's see, 150,000.
You got
times that by 50.
You got some rent.
Let's see, that is 7,500,000 just for the 50.
Oh,
now
no,
if he multi-streamed it to like say 3 locations
times 3,
and then each one of those count. Also, if that was the case, we're looking at $22 million over that. This guy, if he's found guilty and has to pay Nintendo that shit. I am pretty sure there's a cap to where he won't actually owe that much.
Yeah, there'll be a cap before he gets that high.
If I remember correctly, there is a cap, but holy fuck, if they were to ever be awarded that much, this poor fucker, not only would he be paying for the rest of his life, but he is going to die, be reincarnated. They're going to hunt down his reincarnated self and make him pay for the next 5,000 lifetimes to Nintendo.
Yeah.
Oh, and let's see. And 200 or
you have rants, boomer.
Okay, give me a second. Let me finish reading this. And 2,500 per violation arising from violations of the circumvention and anti-trafficking provisions of the Copyright Act. Oh, well, shit. They did the math for me for part of that. Right there.
There you go.
Let's see. Okay. $1 dono from Meg. Booing.
Boring.
Really? Boring?
Yeah, I have to correct you because
I said boring.
You said booing.
Well, that's because it's booing.
Yeah, enunciate the R.
Okay, let me do we enunciate R? We do because we say wash instead of wash down here in the South. Yeah. We do enunciate R's. Anyway.
Yeah, so what's your excuse?
I said it. I can't help it. I'm an army brat. I got a dialect from all over the place.
Fair enough.
Dance, monkey, dance. I ain't dancing for you, Chad.
You already did.
I know. I'm more of a compound, not just read like two words with one breath. Yeah, well, I can't do it now that I know it's two separate words.
Yes.
You got to rewind the video and look at it. It's hard to see it once you see it. Or Nintendo could actually could take actual damages to prove it. Trial. Nintendo told Polygon, "We can confirm that we filed a lawsuit against an individual who is engaged and continues to engage in clear infringement of Nintendo's IP rights, as well as violations of game content. Nintendo is passionate, blah, blah, blah. We know." Okay, so yeah, Nintendo is going to fuck this guy over. Is this the guy?
Hello and happy Monday to you all. I'm Brian Altano, and on today's Daily...
That's somebody else.
So,
yeah.
So I do gotta say, when this guy gets sentenced or whatever, I expect to hear this in the courtroom.
Did you play something?
You're shitting me. Really?
Well, it made a noise, but it didn't do much.
It was the hub.
Oh, yeah, it did not sound like the hub. Try it again. It's not coming through properly.
Oh, that's weird. Oh, I think I know why. I just realized something. No, that's... I'm going to play it one more time just to see. I'm looking at the mic settings on stream.
Well, it worked earlier because you played the waiting noise.
Yeah, you're right. What?
Maybe it's the hub that's messed up.
Oh, wait. I think I know why.
Why?
Because it had reduced the background noise. It might have been too quiet, and it picked up as background noise and not actually.
There we go. Much better.
Okay.
When Nintendo walks into the courtroom with this guy, that's what plays.
Yeah.
Nintendo gone wild.
The lawyers are like, "Are you ready?"
The Nintendo fan account lights up. Lawyer comes in and goes,
"I forgot
the lube."
The guy's sitting there. 5 lawyers stand behind him.
But yeah, this is one of those. Nintendo has every right to go and F this guy one way up the thing and up another.
Yeah, and by the way,
I can't. There's no defending this guy.
This exact same mentality is what happens when people make these fan games and then they start advertising them. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, how about this? You release the whole thing and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, this is why we worry about certain certain games that are out there, like that one Mega Man game that I'm really looking forward to if the guy will ever release it. But he's been releasing bits and pieces of it for,
And that's the problem.
and I'm surprised Capcom and nobody has noticed.
Yet.
Or maybe they're just letting it happen because technically Mega Man is a Capcom property, not really a Nintendo property.
Yeah,
But
Capcom's a little looser
Nintendo
on
did
that.
go after a lot of Pokemon fan games, so they're out there, but they were released
And even games
before.
that aren't.
So yeah, they also go after the games that aren't, like Power World. But anyway, so let's move on to It's Ma'am 2B. So apparently, for those who may be confused, below you'll find a picture of comparisons to 2 different collaborations. One you'll find Ubisoft's creation of 2B, the other you'll find Stella Blade's version of 2B. Which way, Western Man? So
Stella Blade.
Apparently, what is it, Battlefield or something is Ubisoft's thing? They've put 2B in there as a costume. And that's your tank, ma'am. Meanwhile, for Stella Blade, I think I'd rather go with that rendition.
Agreed.
That 2B is much better.
There's a dude. It's ma'am.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see. What's the game released? They use the same 3 body models, 2 male, 1 female, and only dress up the character art cards. They have no variety in game either. It's just like, yeah. I mean, seriously, it does look like they just laid this on top of an existing model and didn't really do much to it. So,
yeah,
but that's exactly what I expect from Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, I kind of want to see what this is because this looks like it would be funny. A visual representation of what Ubisoft did to 2B from Nier Automata.
Okay, let's see.
That's a 37-year-old dude. Wait, who are we talking about? This?
Yeah, I think so.
Actually, it does look like a dude. I mean, look at that jaw.
Oh,
I think
dude.
they used the male model for this.
They did. Well, one they did for sure, 100% for sure. But
then again, their female model may look like that. I just don't play their game to know. But I do want to see what this is real quick. So we're going to play this and hope for mean magic. I was not expecting that. But at the same time, I love it.
Isn't that like a dragon?
I think that's the guy from Yakuza.
Oh, good. Pause. Oh,
I was dying.
I went to pet Ruffin while I was laughing and poked her in her ear. She's like, "Hey."
Oh, that was good.
Whoever did that. That reminds me, I gotta get It's Ma'am. I'll put that on the list of things to find.
Oh yeah, it's Mom.
I got It's Not You, it's the consumer for the Joe Dirt one, and then It's Ma'am, which I gotta find that later.
Oh, Callie, you're moving my mic, honey, with your tell. Yeah, you're the one who pushed yourself in here. I don't want to hear it. Oh, all right. So, this is the know your meme part. Shit, that's the end of what I had pulled up. So let's pull up some more, shall we? We got through this.
Yeah, I'm about to say we got through it fast. Well, that's why we need MEGG.
That's why we need MEGG, because we had a third voice that was missing this entire time.
Does that mean that she fills 30 minutes of distraction?
30 minutes of distraction? Is that what you want to say?
Oh, yeah. Well, hey, distractions are good. Distractions are life.
All right. So
exactly, Meg. Exactly.
Let's go ahead and pull this one on. or counting on my epic rants, I was. Well, we also skipped a topic.
That's true. That is
that true. I know we were going to spend like an hour on. So, yeah.
Might be 2 once Meg gets back.
We would probably spend a little bit of time on it. I knew ahead of time we were going to, and then Meg wasn't here, and I was like, I was saving that just for Meg, too.
Indeed.
Indeed. But now, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Fallout, Elder Scrolls, and Doom workers go on strike and protest parent company Microsoft because everybody's going on strike lately. As Phil Spencer insists, the Xbox business has never been more healthy. So, ZeniMax workers have gone on strike over the alleged lack of bargaining by the parent company. Yeah, they bought you.
They bought you. There's nothing to bargain.
There's nothing to bargain. Yeah. Staff who are members of the ZeniMax Worker United, because of course it's going to be a union, are on a one-day strike. Oh, it lasted for a day, so it happened a few days ago. It lasted.
What kind of limp dick bullshit is that?
To call out Microsoft for an alleged lack of progress at the beginning of the table over remote work and for allegedly, really? Okay. In 2023, ZeniMax Workers United formed the first video game studio union at Microsoft, representing over 300 quality assurance workers. Well, considering nobody uses quality assurance anymore, you can just ask them.
Yeah.
Today's strike takes place at 4 ZeniMax locations across Maryland, Texas. The workers are set to return. People, for fuck's sake, you've joined a goddamn union. You're going to go on strike because your things aren't met. Who the fuck does it for a day?
That's what I'm saying.
Looked at this and was just like, they're just taking the day off.
Yeah.
They'll be back tomorrow.
It's like
that's
one
not
day,
how this is supposed to work.
That's why I was like, that's why I'll reiterate again. What sort of lip dick bullshit is that?
Yeah. Microsoft spokesperson told IGN, "We respect our employees' rights to express their point of view as they have done today. We will continue to listen and address their concerns at the bargaining table." It was 300 quality assurance workers for a day. Nobody cared.
Nobody noticed.
Nobody noticed.
This didn't even disrupt business.
Like, seriously, it didn't.
It wasn't programmers. It wasn't the art department. It was the people that look at it and go, yeah, nope.
Good. Oh, gosh. ZeniMax is under the...
They probably did better. They probably did more work that day because they didn't have to deal with the fucking bureaucracy.
They probably don't have to deal with them at all for the most part, to be honest.
Yeah.
The strike comes out on the heels of Microsoft Gaming Phil Spencer saying the business is healthier than ever. It's their quality assurance people. They'll live without them.
Yeah.
They could probably go on strike indefinitely and nobody would notice.
The funny thing is they already admitted that they were being outsourced. So they're just going to outsource harder now by 300.
Yeah.
Like,
wow, this was a thing. It happened. It happened, and it's like a footnote.
Dude, it's not even a footnote. It's a posted on somebody's computer.
Yeah. It's like, by the way, quality assurance won't be in today. Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Oh, so let's move on to the next thing. Now that we've had a good laugh. Oh, is this whatever it is the GOG is doing?
I'm not gonna lie. This makes me kind of want to get a GOG account.
Oh, GOG has announced preservation program for video games. New initiative from GOG to maintain games' compatibility with modern and future systems. Over 100 titles in the program. Yeah, I'm okay with this because
And
I'm a huge on wanting to preserve things, and it sucks that some things just don't properly play when
yeah.
they should.
Also, apparently, from what I heard, GOG is looking to procure the rights to various retro games so that they can have, like, for example, I'm not. This isn't one of them, but this is an example, like Mega Man, Mega Man X,
Yeah.
Street Fighter 2. Like various old retro games they want to throw on there so that people can buy them and own them.
Yeah, but yeah, like it is a big issue for a lot of people. So
Well, Steam used to have this stance till they didn't. And the thing is, here's the thing: even though Steam's like you don't own the games, whatever Steam. It's still on my computer in my folder. I can just run the exe. Go fuck yourself. That's the thing. You still have the game, even if Steam goes down or is no more or whatever, because you still have the app folder, the .app folder. You go through. There's an exe. You click that button, and the game plays, even if you're not on Steam. Now, I think
I should be buying things from GOG at this point.
I'm actually thinking I'm going to go that route. RCT3, pretty good.
We already own that on Steam, though.
We got Parkitect, which is better, but
yeah, that too.
The thing is, I think the reason Steam did that, where they switched it, where they're like, you don't own the games, is because I think they saw a legal issue with games that are games as a service, where technically you would own them, but not because the service goes down. So I think there was some problems with the legal department on that regard, so they had to switch that up. I think that I do not like government at all, but I do think that there needs to be some legal precedence as to you sell a game, person owns game. You sell a service, they don't own the service. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, this way, I think this would ease the tension between these platforms and the consumer. If there was like just ground rules, you own this. If it's this, you don't own it. If it's this, because right now they're just taking a sledgehammer to something that needs a scalpel, in my opinion. So,
yeah.
But yeah, no, this is amazing. I love it. Love to see it.
Yeah, definitely. Somebody needs to, because nobody else can afford to. Or those who can just aren't interested for whatever reason.
Oh, nope, right there. Theme Hospital. You have me sold, sir.
Wait, what? Theme Hospital? The fuck is that?
You remember that game I played, that hospital game?
2 Point Hospital?
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one that
that's the one it's based off of. Like, that's the granddaddy.
Speaking of 2 Point Hospital, all right? We're in Nashville because the girlfriend's getting cast removed and getting a new one on.
Okay.
And I went to park the car. And she rolled in because she's got what are those things? A knee scooter thing now.
Oh, God. Yeah.
So, she puts her leg on it and it rolls in. So, because she can't walk on the cast and it's not as bulky as a wheelchair or anything. And she rolls in. And as she's rolling in, she goes in, and then I come walking back up, and then two people come rolling out with casts on, like same type of knee scooter, everything.
Yeah.
And my immediate thought was 2 Point Hospital. Because you know how the patients shuffle in, and then they all shuffle back out fixed. And I just looked at it and started laughing uncontrollably over it. I walked in, went around the corner, went into the office, and she's like, "What's so funny?" I was like, "Do you know what 2 Point Hospital is?" No. It's like, okay, let me explain this to you.
Was there clowns in the hall, there for the circus treatment?
know, but it would have been even better if there was. It just reminded me of that, the patient shuffling in, the other one's shuffling.
I do got to play it. I got to pick that up again. I still haven't touched Campus. I got 2 Point Campus. I own it. It's installed.
Oh yeah, me too. I haven't even had a chance to touch that yet.
Yeah, but you know what I'm playing tonight after this? Yep.
What?
The Legacy Steel and Sorcery Alpha.
Oh, weren't you supposed to play that earlier?
I overslept. Shut up.
Okay.
I
So
literally
was waiting for it and it never happened.
I literally slept straight through my alarm till like 6:30.
All right, so let's do one more for the night before we call it a night. We'll call it slightly early. This is one that you shared.
Yeah.
Apparently the ADL does it again or something.
Yep.
So what the hell has the ADL done this time?
If you click the first one, the first link I posted,
No, wait. Yeah, that was the first link.
Okay. There should be a thing. I think if you scroll down, there's a list of things on Steam that the ADL finds hateful.
Steam accused of normalizing hate and extremists and
extremism.
Yeah, extremists and video gaming. Okay, so I condensed everything down into a new sentence. Sorry.
That was fine. Keep going.
Steam accused of normalizing hate and extremists in the gaming community.
Yeah.
Keep
going. Keep going down. Okay, it's not here. It's the other link. Okay.
Yes, this never gets old because that's exactly how it goes.
Yep.
Every single time.
The other link must have the bar graph.
Oh gosh. It's coming. It's too real now.
Yeah.
Oh no. Are those the people who are like
the 4Bs?
People that they can't have sex or something because Trump won?
Yep.
They made the low jack meme a reality.
I know.
Oh my god.
Oh, Zio, I feel so owned.
Oh.
Wait, sorry.
Stick it to us. Oh gosh. This is
okay, this
organic.
No, this is the
2 links that were in there.
Okay, never mind. That's the one where people are copying the first one.
Hitler's my crush. That's fucking funny.
I can find the bar graph, but they actually had a legitimate bar graph of like all the stuff that the ADL had listed for Steam.
Yeah. So the ADL report finds Steam is rife with racism and posts and images. Steam accused of normalizing. Anti-Defamation League says Steam rife with okay, that's not organic. This was
this
is we need something, guys. What do we got? Come on, but just let the internet be the internet. ADL, go fuck off somewhere. Seriously.
Yeah. So basically, they essentially what they said was like because I don't have the bar graph on hand for some reason. Well, essentially, what they had listed was like stuff you'd find. It was Castle fucking Wolfenstein.
Oh yeah. Wolfenstein sounds.
The game where you literally kill Nazis.
Of racism and such.
Like everything you find in Wolfenstein, like the swastikas, the eagle thing. Oh wait.
Steam-powered hate, top gaming site rife with extremism. Oh gosh. Key findings. Copy pastas are a popular method of streaming. Blah blah blah. Methodology.
Here we go. I found it.
You find it?
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't get it. It was a Grum's tweet.
Would it happen to be what I'm looking at?
Yep, that's it.
Pepe? Are they still on about the frog?
Yeah.
Is the frog still a hate symbol to these fuckers?
Dude, milk's a hate symbol to these fuckers.
That is true.
I am now a hate symbol.
Yes, Meg. That's a pro tip. But yeah, Pepe. The Pepe the Frog meme and swastikas were the most common. Yeah, of course they were. Because one, Pepe's not an extremist symbol, no matter how much you want it to be. And swastikas are edgy. And they make great bad guys. If, say, you're playing Wolfenstein.
Yeah, which is where I think I
or if you make a meme
think
game like that one.
Yeah.
Like this one, like I'm sure this is there was a fucking game where you fuck Hitler at one point in time. Like it was a hentai something another game.
Oh jeez.
There was. I remember them talking about it because they all got, bent out of shape over it. And it's like, guys, it's a fucking meme game. It's okay. Nobody is getting radicalized and becoming Nazis from this game.
I mean, maybe
Trust
small.
me.
But yeah, no, a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
The reason I say
you can't even use any of these symbols because these people have their panties in a twist about it all the damn time. It's like it's the fucking enemy. We shoot them.
Yeah.
But it's a swastika. It's like what game was it? I can't remember what it was, but when they had to change all the imagery in it from swastikas to something else.
Oh, well, I've
this
been one of the
bullshit.
Castle Wolfensteins, actually.
Or maybe it was an anime. I can't remember what it was. There was something at one point, and they had to change all the symbols in it. But yeah, siege mask, a Nazi eagle. It was some of these things. I'm actually not sure what they are.
I don't know what the siege mask is.
Confederate flag. Come on, guys. It's the fucking South. We're going to fly the Confederate flag. You can go fuck yourselves. It's that simple.
Dude, I'm a northerner, but I'd be like, I feel the same way. It's just a fucking flag to represent our history. I mean, it represents a lot of things, but
yeah.
Like 90% of what's on here is the freaking bad guys in these games.
Yeah, no, it's like a lot of the stuff you see as the bad guy in the game. So, and the ISIS flag was probably just Hassan.
And here's the thing, Moon Man.
Moon Man.
You want to know what that is?
The fuck is Moon Man? Yeah, I need education on this one.
Okay, go to search engine and type in Moon Man and click images.
Okay.
So put it on the stream. Let's see it. Okay. Now.
Okay, am I looking for something specific or?
Okay. Now I'm going to big reveal. Go back up. All the way to the search bar. Go to the search bar.
Okay.
And before Moon Man, type in McDonald's.
I'm sorry. McDonald's?
Yep. That's the hate symbol.
The vintage McDonald's guy?
Yep. If you're wanting to,
what?
Yeah. If you want to know why, no fucking clue.
What? ADL, I need you to educate me on why that's a hate symbol. Please, for the love of God.
I mean, honestly, if you want to
something,
if you want to look into
laugh
it, if you want to look into it to kill 15 minutes, go ahead and look it up because I don't know either.
Let's see, burning crosses. look, I don't see Christians being
Yeah,
upset.
he was voiced by Ray Charles, Meg. He absolutely was. It was awesome. 90s were awesome.
Let's see. Anything else? Hezbollah. Oh yeah, that was definitely something that Hassan probably did. Holocaust Star of David badge. Okay. Popular
Wait.
Front of the Libertarians.
The Star of David badge? Isn't that anti-Semitic of them, though?
I don't
ban
know.
that.
Moss flag.
That's one of those things like you never want to forget what.
It's like I don't care about any of this shit in the game. Even if they weren't the bad guys, I still don't give a damn.
Same.
Trust me, people are not being radicalized by that shit. They have a better chance of being radicalized by Hassan than they do playing Wolfenstein. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, the ADL. They're such a mess.
They really
How
are.
are they even?
What?
Profile. Sonato's my daddy. That's a hate symbol right there.
This looks like a Ben and Jerry's ice cream flavor to me.
Yeah. To anyone who doesn't know or something, yeah, it would be, but it's a Hamas thing.
I know.
But yeah, it's idiots being, people being.
Hey, I hear that Ben and Jerry's flavor really blows up in your mouth.
What is it? Flavored
yesterday's
beeper?
Yeah. Yesterday's beepers, today's flavor.
Top extremists or hateful copy pastas on Steam.
Again, copy pasta, i.e.
It's this right here.
It's literally just. Yeah.
Yeah. People do people things.
People do edgy shit to be edgy.
It's 4chan stuff. I mean, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Top 20 extremists or hateful keywords in Steam. 1488. 1488. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. How the fuck? What is this thing? I'm sure it has something to do with the Nazis. I just don't remember it right now.
Well, no, because that would be like 1900s, not 1400s.
1488 is a combination of two popular white supremacist numerical symbols. This is straight from the ADL, by the way.
Oh, this is reaching.
I'm sure this is gonna really give me a good idea. But the first symbol is 14, which is shorthand for 14 words slogan. We must secure the existence of our people in the future for white children. Yeah, this is
reaching.
Thing. Well, it's probably a Nazi thing, is what I said, which might actually be true. The seconds is 88, which stands for Hell Hitler.
Yeah, you see it.
Being the 8. Oh wait, yeah, actually, that might be a real thing. That's the thing.
Yeah, Wikipedia. That's a great source.
Yeah, I know, but it's pretty much saying the same thing.
I'm sorry, I don't believe it. I think it's a psyop that they fell for. Like
I think that's. I vaguely remember this sort of thing, but I'm pretty sure it's a real legit thing.
Oh, shit.
I mean, up here they.
I'm sorry.
With it. 14.
I think it's just people being edgy. I don't think it was really a thing. Maybe neo-Nazis, but like.
Well, I mean, it may have been a neo-Nazi thing, but I think it might have actually been a real thing.
I still think it's reaching, even if some skinheads thought they were being edgy.
It's a neo-Nazi code. Okay, yeah. So it's a real thing. It's just it wasn't with the old Nazis. It's a neo-Nazi thing.
Yeah, which they're dumbasses anyway. They're just
they can. We can burn those. I don't care. But
Yeah.
I mean, just seeing the keyword, I don't really care about. So what? Let's see. Yeah, Nazi Klux.
Yeah, I mean, those are all. Yeah, I get it. Like those are
Yeah,
all.
I mean, I get it. Those are words that, it's whatever. But I'm not going to chastise because, nearly 30% of profiles and comments were examined, I guess. And this is what they found out of that.
Okay, so that's a very small percentage for starters, and secondly, I'm.
Nook Joes. Nook Joes!
And I'm honestly like, yeah, people do edgy stuff online. It's the internet.
Yeah.
That
violent extremist content.
of
I'm
course.
sure I'm gonna love whatever this is.
Well, my brain's falling out of my ears, so let's plug off all in this one.
Okay, all right. We'll wrap it up. Anyway,
Yeah.
we're gonna wrap it up a little bit early, but yeah, that was the ADL. Yay! What was it again? Oh yeah, they're upset at Steam. That's
Yeah,
right. I
they're upset
forgot
at.
why we were even looking at it to begin with.
Yeah, it's ADL being the ADL. Since they got nothing really going on, they gotta be like, hey, we're still relevant.
Yeah, they even more now than ever. But anyway, that has been Gaming with a Side of Salt. Links for everybody, of course, are in the description down below. And if you want to go check out Meg, who was only in the chat tonight because she's got the plague, couldn't join us and sit here and die with the rest of us so we could just, look, or whatever it is that we do to plague victims. Oh, wait, don't we cremate them?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it was a good thing she wasn't here then.
I mean,
she was here a lot in the chat.
I'm gonna be honest. I was hoping she was gonna be here because I was gonna play this every time she coughed.
Brother,
Theo? Uh-oh. I think we lost Theo. He is perfectly frozen. Theo? My show now, bitch. Oh, I thought that would get him to. Well then, I do believe. I do believe we might have lost Zio here. Huh. I cannot end the stream for you, my dude. Yeah, he just dropped. I wonder if his power went out. That has been a thing before. Yeah, well, we'll wait. We'll see if he comes back. We're wrapping up anyway, but I don't want to leave it like just running. Yep. Hang on a second. Let me go ahead. Okay, I'm let Zio know. Guys, thank you for watching again. Like Zio said, in the down below, there's links to stuff, and we will see you next time. I'll be going live at about 10:30 for what I said, Legacy, Steel, and Sorcery. It's in alpha, so be gentle with any bugs we find, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.
Yeah, so I have no idea if I'm back or not. But yeah, I saw Chad in the stream for us. Yeah, apparently my everything just the internet went out for some reason. Anyway, like you said, links in the description down below, and we will just go ahead and end this. So thank you so much for joining us. I'll see you later.